up YouTube? It's your boy Junior, aka Semi, and welcome to Semi 210, the channel that brings you everything from product reviews, tech reviews, app reviews, all the way to live streaming and live gaming and everything else in between. If you like all that stuff plus more, then stay tuned to the channel. And before we get started with this great new video, if you haven't done so already, right here, the subscribe button right here, click on that, and once you click on that, you make sure you click right next to it, the little bell right here. Enable bell notifications so you get notified for every single video I come out with or anything I come out with. As well as don't forget to like the video there and share it to all your social media platforms. Looking for a great and awesome IPTV service with VOD included? Come check out clutchtv.xyz. Great service, and look at these great prices. $10 for basic and $20 for pros. That includes 5 connections each, guys. What more can you ask for? But wait, let's take a look at that APK right here. Look at this guy. Look how this great looking APK. You got your live TV, you got your TV guide, movies and TV series, and they all work with tons and tons and tons of channels. Let's see how many channels they got. Oh, look at all these channels they got available here, guys. All these channels you guys could use. What more can you ask for? Alright guys, come check it out. You won't regret it. Alright guys, thanks for coming back. I do appreciate all the love and support you guys show the channel. Remember, want to continue to support the channel, all you gotta do is like all my videos, share my videos, comment on my videos, and if you still haven't done so, subscribe and enable bell notifications so you get notified every time I drop a new video or go live on this channel. And trust me guys, you do not want to miss a thing. Alright, so today guys, we're going to be doing a great thing to my PC. We're going to upgrade components inside my PC. And I just bought a few things to upgrade it more. You guys might be wondering, what did you buy to upgrade? You already have a great machine. Listen, this is upgrades that I want to do, so this is stuff that I want to upgrade even more. So what I did is, I bought a new hard drive. I bought the PNY 2TB NVMe SSD drive, a 2TB, as you can see right there. I currently have a WD 1TB in there, same kind of format and everything, but it's a 1TB. This is a 2TB. I want double the space. I also bought this right here. It's a new motherboard. It's a MSI X299 Pro. It is a 2060 chipset. I do have this current model, but non-pro one. It's just a regular 299. This is a 299X. The main difference on this is the max capacity on the RAM is 256 compared to my non-pro version, which is 128. And the second thing on here is the USB-C connection. It's a faster a bus connection, so higher rate, faster rate. Everything's faster on here when it comes to USB. So everything's all boosted up a lot more. So those are the biggest two things that I could do, and I can upgrade everything on here later on when I want to do more upgrades without replacing the motherboard. So that's the reason why I went with it. I didn't have to go with it because all the other components that I bought would fit right in to my current setup. But since I'm going to take out the motherboard, I thought I might as well I was going to go ahead and change it out anyways, because I wanted the pro version instead when I first got it. But at the time it was a little bit more expensive than the one I have now, so I was within range this time, so I decided to get this one. Another thing that I got was a new CPU. Right now, I know it's in the bubble wrap and it'll seal properly. You won't see. I'm gonna bring you the specs here. Hopefully you can see that. You probably, okay, there you go. So this is an i9 7920X CPU, 12 core. And you can overclock it to 4.3 gigahertz, so it's running good. Right now I currently have an i7 7800X, which is a 6-core, so it's half the speed of this one. So this is the one I wanted to upgrade to, and I got it. I decided to upgrade the cooling system on there. Alright, so I went ahead and got the Corsair Platinum Edition CPU coolant, RGB. This is the H100i version, which I'm able to control the colors of it from my computer itself because it's all built into the software. So that's the reason why I got this one. So like I said, Mr. Buller, you're going to be happy with this one because you love lights. Here you go, some lights. Alright guys, so those are all the components I got and for this particular setup. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, go onto my computer real quick and show you what right now I currently have as my CPU in here and the amount of RAM I have, so you guys should see what I have before. I already told you what I had, but I want to show you real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch real quick. Alright guys, so we just finished showing you all the stuff that I got from my new computer setup. Well, not new computer, from my PC upgrade setup. I'm going to take all that stuff, put it into the PC. But before I did all that stuff, I did want to show you real quick on what I have before. I already explained what I've had right already, but I want to show you on here. Not really much to go over, but basically is I do have an i7 7800X CPU. It is a 6-core. It doesn't say it here, but it is a 6-core, so it's not the highest core up there compared to what I have now. And it's in a 3.5 gigahertz processor with 64 gigs of RAM. Well, this doesn't really matter because I'm not upgrading this yet. Not anytime soon. I don't need more than 64. I'm eventually going to upgrade to a 128, but that's later down in the future. But like I mentioned also, the new motherboard I'm installing, it is going to support up to 256 gigs of RAM. Am I going to need that much? Unless I'm doing some serious hacking into the FBI, CIA, NSA, or any of those I don't think I'm going to need that big of a processor or RAM in there. So it's all good. But it's a good option to have, you know. So you never know, for down the road I want to upgrade that high. You never know. Right, like I said, right now I have a 128 max on my motherboard. I only use half of that. So simple as that. So now that I just showed you real quick what my system holds, I just wanted to give you that before we move on. And we're gonna go to my computer, take it down, take it apart, and put the new parts in. I'm gonna show you everything. Most likely everything's gonna speed up by like 10 times. So you might not see all that. Alright? Catch you in a second. Alright guys, so we came back to my desk here. You saw I have it here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this PC out, put it on top of here, and I'm going to work on it while you guys see. So first I got to shut down the computer, of course, because I forgot to shut it down before even coming back here. Because I wanted to show you everything first before I disconnect everything. I wanted to show you what my current setup is, software wise and hardware wise all together, so you guys can see what's going on. All right, it's gonna shut down. It's gonna turn off very carefully here. So as you see, I do have the NZXT H100 case here. It's one of my favorite case because it's very sleek and very concealed looking. I do have a glass over here, which right now I'm gonna power off from the back. And I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect everything, all the wires from the back over here. So I got the power, I got all my wires hanging from here. Not hanging, but all connected, which is not too bad when it comes to disconnecting because I do have everything connected pretty well here, pretty well organized. So everything's pretty simple and I'm able to do this real quick. Whatever I have set up as not screwed in and not portable, I'm gonna leave it on there until I remove it from here. All right, so, okay, I disconnected everything. I'm over here now. I mean, this is just a puck. This is a magnetic thing. This is where you can hang your headphones on. It's the NZXT puck. That's what they call it. I have it there to hang up my headphones there at times. All right, I think I got everything the way I want it to be. Alright, I just forgot to remove my multi-viewer. Some of you might know what that is, some of you might not. Okay, now I'm unscrewing the bottom because it's the plate that holds this up like here. Alright, so it loosened up. Now I'm going to remove this. Hopefully I got enough space to do it. And here's my PC. Okay, ooh, wow, this is really dirty. I don't get too much in here to clean up. All right, so this is the back you see. No, well, this is the one side. It's solid, it's very clean looking. The front, you already saw the front, it's already clean looking. The back, pretty normal. All your plugs and everything, my 2 capture cards, my USB hub back there as well. And then on this side is the magic, is the glass plated thing, which you'll see all the colors once I'm done. Right now, I only have 1 set of RGBs in here. I always keep it at white, but I do want to pump it up. The lights are coming from the 2 fans over here. Actually, I'm sorry, it's coming from the 2 fans over here. I have a fan up here and a fan back here. Those are the only 2 lights in the system. Now I'm gonna have lights on this side and on this side. So it lights up the whole thing when I turn it on. So that's a good plus. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Oh, see, this is really dirty. I think I gotta take this off so I can clean it up. Now I'm gonna move it on top of the desk. I gotta move all this stuff from here. I don't wanna break anything. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this up here. And I'm gonna start taking everything off. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down. Oh, wrong way. I'm gonna bring this down. And now I'm gonna start working on the computer itself and take it from there. Simple. From here on, unless I see something else, I'm just gonna start removing everything real fast, and everything's gonna be speed up maybe 10 times for you guys. So don't worry about it, all right? All right, so now I'm gonna flip this around and go ahead and do the backs because I gotta remove the motherboard from the other side. All right, so as you see, there's a little bit more wires back here. This is how you keep it all concealed and everything, so you don't have to worry about it being exposed so much. Move this back here like this. So right here, you see, right here I have my power supply, which is a 600 watt EVGA power supply, which I'm going to upgrade that later down in the future. I'm going to upgrade to 1,000 watts. And I do have 3 of my hard drives here. These are, this one's a 3 terabyte. This one's a 4 terabyte or 5 terabyte. I forget which one it is. And the bottom right here is a 8 terabyte one. So I do have all my stuff scattered there. The 3 terabyte one holds all my softwares that I have on here as a backup, just to back it up in case something happens to my main board that I have all backed up there. The 5 terabyte is my everyday stuff, like all my files that I download. Anything I download, put on the computer, it's all saved in here. It's not saved on the 1 terabyte SSD in here. And then the 8 terabyte down here, I have all my video games and stuff like that, which they take up a lot of space. So I want to keep them all separate, so I have it all separate out here, so I don't have to worry about needing more space on the drive. But I do sometimes, because I do install a lot of stuff. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed this process up as well, as I'm going to take out the screws for the motherboard. And I just realized that the motherboards don't have screws back here. This is just to run the wires when I need to run them, whenever I need to, but the screws are on the other side. So now I got to flip this back around again. I didn't need this side at all. Yeah, all the screws are right here. All right, as you can see, guys, I did take out the motherboard and the cooling, CPU cooling thing right here. I didn't take it apart because I am planning on building another setup, and so I don't want to repaste the thing. So I'm just gonna put it aside, put it away in a box, and keep it all intact together. So for right now, I'm gonna put it to the side over here. Just put it there. And now I have my stuff right here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and take out my new motherboard. As you can see, with the new motherboard set up here, right here. All right, brand new in the seal, never been opened yet. Brand new, guys, spanking brand new, guys. Look at that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the CPU socket here. Here. So now this is where I'm gonna put the new CPU. Brand new in the seal. All right. So the seal came with the new thermal tape in here. So this is good to have. And this is the CPU right here, guys. Look at that. All right. So I'm gonna open up the CPU. Pull it out. This is the CPU, as you can see. Don't touch the connection. Just touch it on the side, and I'm gonna plug it in here. All right, so I put it here. As you can see, you guys might ask, okay, how do you know how the CPU goes? All right, you see how this little arrow right here? I don't know if you can see it. There's an arrow right here that needs to match on the CPU. And I don't know if you can see, I'm holding the CPU in so it doesn't fall out. And you see there's a little arrow right there. There you go. There goes the arrow. So that it's on the same size as this arrow right here. So they put the arrow here and the arrow here. So you got to match them up. That's how easy you put a CPU in. So now I close it up here. And that's how you do it. Simple as that. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'll leave the coolant for last because it'll make it easier when I put this in here. So when I put the coolant, all I have to do is put the coolant here, and it's already pre-mounted for this. So all I have to do is put the screws here. So it'll be easier than what I did before. So now I'm gonna go in and hook up all my stuff in here. So that's the hard drive, the 2 terabyte hard drive. All right, all set there. The thing I like about this motherboard as well too is that it has the a metal plate here, a cooling plate, so it keeps the hard drive itself cooled down, so it doesn't lag when you're using it. So that's cool. It has its own little thermal plate on there, so that's good. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is switch over the RAM from this unit over to that unit. Now we're gonna open up the CPU cooler. Alright guys, so I went ahead and wired everything up. I believe I'm done. There's nothing more. Now I'm going to put the back cover back on. And as you see, this keeps it all the wires behind. Keeps it really clean. So nothing looks horrible. Nothing looks a mess. I'm gonna turn it back around so you guys can see the front of this. There you go. So you see, I ran all the wires already. Everything's put back in. The fans are right there. The Corsair cooler's right there, all plugged up. RGB wire plugged up. The RAM's plugged in. All my GPU's plugged in. My 2 capture cards are plugged in. And also my USB hub is plugged in. So everything looks still clean, very clean. Now, what I'm gonna do now is put the glass back on, which I have the glass. All right, so I just gotta clean the glass up a little bit, but I just wanna put it back here. Plug it back in. All right. I'm gonna plug everything back in so it looks clean. All right, so it looks pretty clean. Now I'm gonna plug it back up, put it back down here. All right, it's good there. Oh wow, okay, it came out really good. Now I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna raise this back up. As you see, it's being raised back up so I can go ahead and plug in all the wires in the back. And hopefully everything turns on perfect with no issues. All right, so I raised it up. I'm gonna go in the back of it now and plug everything in. I'm ready to turn it on and see what happens. All right guys, you see everything turned on, everything came on. I basically just copied my image on my computer on my other motherboard here on this hard drive onto that 2 terabyte hard drive, and it copied everything exactly the way I want it to be set up here. So everything's working perfect, no issues, everything's turned on. Now I'm gonna go and switch over to my computer so you can see all the updates and everything on here. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and show you underneath. So I'm going to bring this back up, and I'm going to show you all the lights inside here so you can see the nice little lights that they have available. And we'll see that, and then I'll take you back to my computer. Alright guys, so here you go. See how now the whole inside's all light up now. So the 2 fans that I was saying earlier, the one there, the one on top, the CPU cooler itself is lit up, and the 2 fans for the CPU cooler radiator. Look how nice that's all set up now. Now you've seen the inside of the computer, you all see how nice and lit up it is. Now let's move on to my computer. Alright guys, so everything has been hooked up. The computer is running perfect. Everything is the way I had it before. I upgraded everything, so all my software, all my apps, all my files are all saved, all back where they're supposed to be. And I'm actually using my computer right now to record this final video, just to tell you that everything's ran perfect. Alright, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a long video. Watch me upgrade my PC, not build a PC, but basically building a PC will be the same steps, just a little bit more. You buy everything brand new. So just wanted to take you to the journey on upgrades I did to my computer. Just to recap of the upgrades I did upgrade the motherboard. I went with the MSI Raider X299 Pro. I had the non-pro one before. And the big difference between the two of them were the RAM supported, which the non-pro is 126 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of RAM supports up to. The pro version supports up to 256. And the other difference in the motherboard is that the USB bus is a lot better. The USB is more powerful and runs faster on the new motherboard. So it gives it an extra boost, especially with the USB-C 3.0. It's actually a higher one, it's a higher version. It is a 3.2, I believe, and the old one was a 3.0. So that's a big plus. I also upgraded the CPU cooler. I did with the liquid cooled. This was the one I used is the Corsair H100i, which is a RGB setup. You saw the colorful how it lights up, the fans and the actual cooler itself lights up. Looks good. It's a great addition to the PC. Was that required? No, I could have used my old cooler, just use new thermal tape on there and it would have been fine. But I wanted the RGB in it, so that's perfect. Okay, the third thing I upgraded was the storage on it, which was my old 1 terabyte Crucial NVMe SSD hard drive. It worked great, it had enough space, but I started running a little bit of space, so I figured I went ahead and upgraded the hard drive. Might as well spend a little bit more money. I went with a 2 terabyte PNY NVMe SSD hard drive. Runs great. And the fourth and final thing I upgraded on the computer, I went from an i7 Intel 7800X CPU 6 core up to a i9 7920X CPU 12 core. So that means I have 24 threads. So that's awesome. That is a major upgrade on my build, guys. I did everything I told you I was going to do, and I put it all together. I'm very happy with my outcome of it. I will leave a link to everything I bought down below if you guys are interested in getting it. So the total build that I have is about 1,300, guys. The CPU itself, the i9, came out to about 700, 800 bucks, which is not too bad. And then the CPU coolant was another 200 bucks, so that brings me up to 1,000. Then I also got the hard drive, which is another 250. That brings me up to 1,250 right there, guys. So those three things alone boosted it up. And then, of course, I upgraded the motherboard, which cost me another 300 top. So I actually spent, now that I did the math, I actually spent, by upgrading the CPU, the motherboard, the coolant, and the hard drive. Alright, so I did spend a little pretty penny there, guys. So Hopefully you guys enjoyed this setup tutorial, guys. If you did, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. Show me all the love and support you guys love to show the channel. Also, don't forget to share this video because sharing is caring. And make sure everybody's aware of this. Also, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comment box down below. I'll get to you as soon as I can, as fast as I can, when I can. Also, guys, if you still haven't done so to the end of this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and enable bell notification so you get notified every time I drop a new video or go live on this channel. Alright, guys, also, if you did want to support the channel just a little bit more, you know what to do. Is check out those description box down below. It gives you all the information you need to support the channel. And it also have memberships available on this channel. You can check it out by hitting that join button next to the subscribe button, and I'll give you all the information you need in there. Alright, guys, till next time, this is Junior aka Semi signing out from Semi2Tech. Peace.